Well, welcome. Today's parable is all about money, a topic of interest to us all, and I thought in reflecting on our use of money and our attitude to it, what better place to start than at the local bank? And here we are at the Bendigo Community Bank. We'll have a chat to the local manager. G'day Penny, welcome and thank you so much for talking with us today for Church in the Home for Christchurch Dingley. We're here in Bendigo Bank. You've been the manager here a couple of years. Can you fill us in a bit about your background prior to
coming to Bendigo Bank?
To
Dingley.
Yeah.
I've been with Bendigo Bank for quite a number of years. So I started off in the Rye Group down on the peninsula and then went across to business banking at Cheltenham, and now I've been here for 2 years.
What attracted you to Bendigo Bank, which is known as a community bank? Was that aspect part of what drew you?
Bendigo Bank is a lot different to the big banks. Especially here at Dingley, we're called a community bank, which means that the community came together to establish the bank. So back in 2001, the other banks left the community. So there was a ANZ and I think there was a Combank here too, a Commonwealth Bank. So they left the area, and one of our local lawyers, Michael Benjamin, who you probably know, he got together with the community and they started their own bank. So the community model started with Bendigo about 20 years ago, and that model is for areas that the big banks have left can actually start their own bank. So the community comes together, buys shares in the bank, and then they set their own bank up. So that means the charter of the bank, all the profit, when we start making a profit, 80% of that has to go back into the community.
That's a true percentage.
It's a huge percentage. So it allows us to do so many things in the community. So for me personally, to come to work at Bendigo Bank, it was almost like an ethical bank, that we were actually working every day helping our customers, and the purpose of that is to put money back in the community. But the only way we fund those projects is by the community banking with us. So it's really our community that is actually banking with us, and that's their profits are going back to pay for things for their community.
So what was the vision behind that started this up, that Bendigo Bank took on this community aspect?
There was one gentleman in Bendigo Bank who could see that a lot of the regional communities were losing their banks, and they would have to go to travel kilometres to actually just do their banking. So this model he came up with was to help those small communities to have a bank in their community. And when people actually realise that they're part of that bank, they're buying shares in that bank, it really brings the community together, and they know by banking with them, the profits that the bank make go back into their own community. So it's really stimulated country towns to have their own bank again.
So Penny, could you tell us some of the community projects that you've been able to support here in Dingley and maybe surrounds?
We've done lots of things in the community. So we do fruit for the schools. So there's 5 schools in our area that receive fruit once a week. And some of those schools, like Westall, we've helped them with their books for home. So at the beginning of each year, each student gets so many books to take home to help their reading. We've helped Dingley Primary School. We've put up shade cloths, we've put up new fences, so you'll see our signs on their fences. We helped all the schools in the close Dingley area, so St Mark's and Kingswood and Dingley all received money towards their jackets for the students for going into Year 6. So you'll see them all with their jackets and their numbers on the back and our logo on them. We've helped with the sensory rooms at one of the schools in Noble Park. So we gave them $10,000 for a room for their kids that had autism. So they've got a sensory room to go into, which just helps them settle down during the day and have that safe space. We also gave them $10,000 for their STEM program, and they're creating a kitchen in that school. So We do so many things in the community, from helping the Dingley Football Club to the schools to Rotary.
Well, that's fantastic work. It's inspiring to hear what the bank's doing and in our very own community. So thank you, Penny, for talking with us today.
Thank you.
It,